Dang it. What does he do that to everybody?
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Very bizarre. Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hey.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me at our dining room table for our little program here. Okay, let's get into it. We ate some Trader Joe's items today, and we also just finished Dune a few minutes ago. So we're going to review the ever popular orange chicken. It's always number one best-selling Trader Joe's product, their orange chicken, frozen orange chicken. We also had their cacio e pepe, ravioli. Usually it comes in a frozen bag, like frozen pasta with I think it's like a thick linguine or fettuccine kind of noodle, but they just had ravioli today. And then we had the vegetable fried rice, and we had one more thing.
Kale gnocchi.
Kale gnocchi. We wanted the cauliflower gnocchi. They didn't have it. They just had the kale gnocchi. So we ate those 4 items. We're going to review them. But first off, honey, Trader Joe's, what does it mean to you in your life?
Trader Joe's was not a huge part of my life until I started dating you.
Yeah.
Where you had one near your home and you went there weekly.
Yeah, we went there. Well, we went to the one that I used to go to in Fair Oaks. I lived in Citrus Heights, just a stone's throw away down Sunrise Boulevard. And today, you had an appointment with your hairdresser, Hazy.
Yes.
Who works at Texture Salon, which is literally across the street from Trader Joe's. And you booked these appointments like 8 months in advance or something, honey?
8 weeks.
8 weeks in advance, which blows my mind. So you had it on the calendar, and I was like, oh, we're going to do Trader Joe's because it's right across the street. And today's appointment was more of a cut rather than...
Today was only a cut, so
Okay.
It took about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Every other time I go, that's what I do. So short appointment, you come with me, we do the Trader Joe's run.
Yeah.
You can't come with me every other appointment when I'm also getting a color, because that's about 3 hours long.
Right.
And you can't, well, you probably could hang out for 3 hours at Trader Joe's, but it's not ideal.
Anything's possible. If I set my mind to it, I can accomplish anything. So we've been looking forward to this. You getting your little haircut, and then we were going to grab some Trader Joe's. We were... Because our freezer capacity is very limited. We have one of those refrigerators where the freezer is the bottom drawer, but it's not a lot of space down there. So we've been kind of eating stuff from the freezer and not replacing it in the anticipation that we're going to...
We've been planning this
Yes,
for a long time.
We have. And I looked at... Trader Joe's has an official Instagram. I went to a few just... Trader Joe fans, Instagrams, and blogs, but you really need to be there because their product mix changes fairly regularly. They get new items, and then stuff just disappears randomly, haphazardly. Okay, so it wasn't just us today. We brought the Wow Chows, darling Lennox, darling Luna, because it was their cousin Lorenzo's birthday party, celebration day. He lives with Grandma Bev. Grandma Bev is in Carmichael. Is that?
No, they're in Citrus Heights.
Citrus Heights. Very close. Very close. So we were like, okay, we can get your haircut. Trader Joe's, Grandma Bev's, all within a very close proximity. And so we could have. Your haircut was at 11, and we could have dropped the Wow Chows off with Grandma Bev before your haircut. But I said, well, do you want to hang out with me, darling stepdad, in Trader Joe's for an hour? Or do you want to go to Grandma Bev's early and she's going to make you clean for Lorenzo's birthday party? And, reluctantly, they were like, okay, we'll hang out in Trader Joe's for an hour.
I think they knew that they were going to get a treat from the Trader Joe's store if they went with you.
Yeah. And I said, grab anything you want because mommy's paying.
And oop.
Okay, so on our drive over to the Trader Joe's / Textures Salon, where Hazy works, Lennox Albert let us know that he's bored with the drive from West Sacramento to Fair Oaks. It wasn't a good start, shall we say. And then we drove to Texas Salon, parked, and because we just walked across the street to Trader Joe's. And you wanted me to hold both of their hands crossing Sunrise Boulevard.
Yes. And it's a busy street.
It's a busy street. But what I did was I put my arm around. I figured Luna, she's cool on her own. I mean, she's almost as tall as me. She can handle herself. But Lennox, I put my arm around him.
All right.
Is that okay, honey?
It's okay.
Because I thought dude, in the beginning, they walk home from school. Do they hold hands?
No.
Oh.
And I honestly suspect that they walk like 20 feet apart from each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that. So I had an hour or so with the Wow Chows, which I don't get very often. Just because, why is that?
I don't know. Why is that?
I'm not sure. Well, they usually hang out at home.
We're just usually together, the four of us.
Yeah, or me and you.
Right.
And so I had both Wow Chows with me, and we walk into Trader Joe's, and darling daughter Luna Marie right away asks me, "Can we wander around? Can we browse?" And I said, "Yeah, girl," because most people know Trader Joe's isn't a giant Walmart. It's not a Costco warehouse. It's very small. And I said, "Do whatever you want. I'll be around. You can, if you need me, you can find me really quickly. There's 4 aisles. So you do you, girl. And then if you need me, I'm here. And then I might come grab you for whatever reason. But it turns out they didn't leave my side. like I could have had, it was like I had a leash attached to their wrists. And I was just, because every switchback and turn and U-turn I did, and reverse, left, right, straight forward, they followed me. They were within just a couple feet.
Were they like too close to you?
No.
Because I've noticed when I'm shopping with them.
Yeah.
It's like a school of fish. Like we all move as one.
Yeah.
But it's like they don't give me space, or I don't know what they're doing. But I always have to tell them, "Can you move back? Can you stand behind me?" Because they're just like.
Yeah. Well, Len was really close to me, but I didn't mind it because honestly, I was most of the time ignoring him, paying attention to the Trader Joe's products and items that I wanted to bring home. Yeah, Len was super close, and he rode on the shopping cart a few times. Yeah,
cute.
But what I thought about is when I used to hang out with my mom, she would take me shopping or whatever. She would take me places. When I was a kid, she would say, "You follow me around. You follow me around like a tail." Like everywhere I went, I was just right behind her.
Aww.
And I said something to that effect today. I was like, "You guys are following me around like a tail," in an affectionate manner. And then Luna said, "Like a shadow," and I go, "Yeah, girl." But it was something. Yeah, it is kind of like a school of fish. And the thing about Trader Joe's, again, it's very small. The aisles are tight. Mm-hmm. There isn't a lot of room to maneuver and sort of spread out and breathe. So we had to be tight-knit, close quarters, but I didn't mind it. It was fun. They needed to buy a birthday card for Lorenzo, and we walk in, and there's a couple cards right there. And I haven't been to this Trader Joe's since, I think, your last hazy haircut.
Yeah.
And I remember there being a lot more cards, but I was like, okay, here's 8 different cards, and only one kind of birthday card. And I'm like, okay, well, here's Lorenzo's birthday card because it's a birthday card for a kid who really cares. It's not a big deal. And we grab it. I'm like, okay, that's taken care of. And then later, walking around, browsing, I found their greeting card collection. And there were 25 different cards, many types of birthday cards. And I said, "Luna, Lennox, do you guys want to browse and read through these cards and find one that perfectly suits Lorenzo?" And they were like, "No, not really, no."
Like, the one we got is fine.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like,
it is kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't remember what it said, but trust us, it was hilarious.
You had to be there.
Yeah. So they're following me around, and Luna brings up, "Are we going to carve a pumpkin? Because there's pumpkins out, and it's fall, Halloween, Are we going to carve a pumpkin?" And Lennox instantly shot back, "No." And and then I said, Luna, if you want to carve a pumpkin, we're going to carve a pumpkin. And I noticed outside of Trader Joe's, directly outside, on pallets and large cardboard display kind of deals, there's tons of pumpkins. They got, 100 pumpkins out there. I said, Luna, go outside, grab a pumpkin, and we'll throw it in the cart. We'll buy it. But she refused to leave my side, honey. Following me around like a tail. But a few times I was like, go grab a pumpkin. They're just right there. We'll be in here. But
well,
she was attached.
No pumpkin for her.
At the hip. So after about 5 minutes, Lennox started asking me how long have we been here. And then after 10 minutes, it turned into, can we go now? And then after 15 minutes, that morphed into, I'm bored. And they were just literally counting the clock. We're waiting for you.
I know.
You had the car. You were going to drive across the street. And
I'm paying, and so you can't leave without me.
And you're paying. You're their knight in shining armor. You're their savior coming across the street. They're essentially waiting for you, counting down the clock. You're not getting back to Luna's text. Because
I
you
was
were
texting her.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I wasn't done yet, so my response was unsatisfactory.
Or it wasn't immediate. That's what. She would text you like, "Hello, where you at, Mom?" And then you didn't.
Are you done yet?
You didn't reply within 9 seconds, and so she would show us her phone. Mom hasn't gotten back yet. But the positive thing was that the longer you were getting a haircut, the more we bought, because there's just
the more full the cart became.
Yeah, and Trader Joe's is like an aspirational. Everything's a story over there. Everything's a good copy.
Their packaging is so inviting.
Yeah,
you just want to buy everything.
It's engrossing.
The pictures, the fonts, the words they use. It's very. That's some good marketing.
Yeah, they got good writers over there, novelists. I did notice, because I used to go there very often, like almost every week when I lived in Citrus Heights. I recognized like a number of employees. I was like, oh, I remember that guy. I remember that girl.
Hey, old friend.
Hello, do you remember me? You always hear Trader Joe's employees are happy, or Trader Joe's is the top 5 company to work for in America. And absolutely, I mean, there's people earning a decent living.
Our checker guy today...
Mm-hmm.
Not talkative, not chatty.
Yeah.
He wasn't praising our purchases and saying, "Oh, this is so good. I've had this."
What's up with
that?
He
barely talked.
Yeah.
He was kind of surly.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to the manager.
What happened to the chit chat? Maybe he's a new employee, or something about the supply chain shortage or whatever.
And then I said, "Can you?" When you get to the greeting card, can you just keep it out for us? Mm-hmm. And he was like chuffed by that. Like we were putting him out.
Yeah.
It's very unpleasant.
Yeah. Like, dude, we don't want the greeting card next to the ice cream. We need to write in it, because we're about to head to this birthday party, by the way.
While we're in the car.
That's a classic move, is when you buy the card, fill out the card, and then deliver the card to said birthday boy, all within...
Is there any other way to do it?
A half hour. No. So I was wearing, I bought a shirt of, Boys in the Hood was a movie, honey, in 1991. And it was very influential on my youth and my love of hip hop and rap and all that stuff.
Ice Cube. Ice
Cube, yes, was a star. And I bought this shirt with Ice Cube, from a picture of Ice Cube from that movie. I bought this shirt, it was $10, Walmart, many months ago, and I kept thinking, where am I going to wear it? Because I don't know if it would play well amongst the Fishers, and I don't go anywhere else, and I have no friends. So I've been thinking, when am I going to wear my Ice Cube Boys in the Hood t-shirt? Well, I wore it today, and then one of the Trader Joe's employees said, "Hey, who is that on your shirt?" And I said, "Oh, it's Ice Cube." And he goes, "Oh, I thought it was Eazy-E." And I go, "No, it was Ice Cube." And I go, "It was," and then I said, "It's from the Boys in the Hood movie." And that kind of, he didn't know exactly, because he was younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah, in 1991, he was probably 4 or whatever.
Or not born.
Yeah, and so I dated myself, and then he just kind of was confused, and miffed, and I felt dumb. Like, why did I have to bring... Like, I could have been on the high ground. I had the high ground, like Anakin in that Star Wars movie. Like, he would be like, oh man, that's old school Ice Cube on that dude's t-shirt. He knows what's up. But then I pull out the pop culture reference from 1991. He's like, all right, Grandpa.
It's like when Luna wears that sweatshirt that has Biggie on it, and she has no idea who it is.
Oh my goodness.
So you said, oh, that's Biggie, and she's like, who? What?
my hard darling daughter. Another observation, a good amount of customers weren't wearing masks, and
very surprising.
Trader Joe's, this one particular location, they have the sign saying you need a mask, county whatever requirement, health code, blah blah blah, and they have free masks, like a box of the cheap blue masks right there for you. But there were 5-ish customers not wearing masks at all, not even wearing, just like super low around their chin. And I thought, wow, this is odd, because I always thought Trader Joe's was very progressive, woke, very socially responsible, I guess.
Yeah.
They'd be masked up. All the employees are masked up, and they would be on customers who weren't masked up.
That's
or weren't
what
wearing...
I expect too.
Yeah, and so it kind of it flummoxed me, and I was like, okay, so I pulled mine below my nose. Don't tell Gavin Newsom, honey. But yeah, so I think the further we get into this, the less people care. It's just like, because there was a viral video several months ago of some old guy trying to go into a Trader Joe's, and the manager or whatever was like, dude, you need a mask. And old guy started screaming about his freedom, and that, you know the deal, you know the trope. But today, 18 months into whatever this is, I think most people are masked, but some customers just don't care anymore. Some employees just don't care anymore. That's just my observation. Okay, what did we want to buy?
Much.
We did buy a lot, but we had a few specific items that we wanted to get. Got a couple of bottles of their shampoo. We like their shampoo because it's gentle on our follicles. You wanted a cake mix, a box cake mix.
Yes.
A peppermint chocolate cake.
Oh yeah.
Which they didn't have.
Very sad.
But I don't like peppermint.
Well, you don't have to eat it, okay?
I would have eaten it. But after my revelation a week ago, 2 weeks ago, of mint chocolate chip ice cream being toothpaste, it
is so not toothpaste.
I don't want peppermint. Why do they combine pepper? I mean, I don't mean to go into all Seinfeld territory. Why are they putting spicy pepper in the mint? What's up with that? But you wanted that. They didn't have it. Or they might have had it. And I could have bamboozled you, honey.
Wow.
Cacio de pepe. They had the ravioli. They did not have the spaghetti. Noodles. What's up?
Like spaghetti noodle.
Yeah. Which I would prefer. Do you like ravioli?
I like both. Yes, I do.
I'm not a big fan of ravioli because to me most ravioli is the same. Whatever's in there, cheese, mushroom, sausage, it's very, very little amount of cheese, mushroom, or sausage. Mm-hmm. And so
that's true.
I just don't really enjoy it. But it was the only cacio de pepe they had. Like a week or two ago, Lennox was eating noodles. And how he likes his noodles is butter and salt.
Yep.
And then he didn't eat all of them. So I was like, well, I'll eat them. And I've always been like, noodles need some marinara, Alfredo sauce, and some sort of sauce. But but the noodles with salt and butter. And then you told me to throw some Parmesan.
That's how I like it. I like to throw Parmesan on there.
Yeah. And then I cracked some fresh ground pepper on there. And I was like, this is really good.
It's one of my favorite things to eat.
And that's what cacio de pepe is. It's
essentially, right?
Yeah, it's essentially just stripped down bear down noodles, some butter, some pepper. And so after Lennox Albert teaching me things, young darling son, 9 years old, teaching me things about pasta, I really wanted the cacio de pepe, but they only had the ravioli. Cheesesteak buns, which were...
Oh.
We bought them.
We did get those pow buns.
Yeah, they're like the Asian pork buns, but they have Philly cheesesteak ingredients.
Oh, are those the ones we got?
Yeah, okay. In there. We didn't eat them.
They don't look great.
Well, I looked at them and I thought... Because you sent me a picture of them.
Yeah, I was scrolling through some items on a website, and so I was sending you screenshots of, this is what I want to get on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things. I mean, we're going to eat them.
Yeah, and I grabbed it, and I asked you in the store, and I was like, are you really hot on these? Do you really want these?
And I said no, but then we got them anyway.
Yeah, whatever. Cauliflower gnocchi, they were out of, so we got the kale gnocchi instead. Orange chicken. They're classic. And by the way, we were in there we walked right across the street. So it was like 11:05, 11:10. A lot of the orange chicken was gone. It was 60% gone in the freezer. Like everything else is stocked up high, and then the orange chicken is like. Psh.
I wonder if they started out full in the morning, or if they started out. Do they have a shortage of supply of the orange chicken?
Yeah, I would think, because it's their most popular item, and you see people going in there grabbing 3 or 4 bags. But I was like, ooh, is there going to be orange chicken in a half hour? So I threw it in our cart.
And oop.
So we check out, and right away, the kids got a few items. Luna got some sort of Trader Joe's Starburst thing. Len got some sour jelly beans.
They got a ton of sugar.
And right when we checked out, we were still in the store. They besieged our shopping bags to get their candy. And we're like, dude, can you at least wait till we get outside? And then they proceeded in the car. They proceeded to get into an argument about their candy. And Lennox shouted at Luna, "Your candy sucks!" And I thought that was a little...
I don't know what was going on, because
that was a little harsh.
They were sharing candy, and then he was yelling at her about the candy. I don't know.
And then he started playing with the Starbursts with his fingers, which is very bizarre. And then there was a lady who was begging for cash in the Trader Joe's parking lot. And Luna wanted to give her cash.
Yes.
And I vetoed.
I know. If you weren't there, we would have, because Luna really wanted to. But you were not allowing us.
She's going to have 60 to 70 years plus of being able to give her hard-earned money towards people begging for money. And you just gave $5 to a really hungry guy yesterday.
She had a toddler.
I know. But it's just...
I know, honey.
And I'm sure what we told Luna is that she's going to make $150 a day over a few hours of sitting there.
I said, don't worry. She's going to do really well here in this parking lot, Luna.
Yeah.
And then Luna said, what if everyone else is saying that so they don't give her money either, and then she gets no money?
Right.
I didn't have anything to come back to that with.
Yeah. I just said, when you make your own money, feel free to give it away, Luna. Okay, so let's talk about the food. The cacio de pepe ravioli, honey. Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections.
It was good. It was just, but listen, nothing special.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just your typical cheese ravioli.
Yeah. I would have really appreciated it with long noodles of some kind. It was a fine ravioli. Did you put anything on it?
Yes. I tossed it with butter.
Yes.
Straight out of the pan.
Yes. And
then I put some pepper. No, I only sprinkled Parmesan on top.
Okay.
That's it.
It was good. Won't blow your mind, but it was. What's up?
Oh no, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. I thought the veggie fried rice was very good.
Really good.
It's better than most Chinese restaurants.
Yeah.
Fried rice. I was like, this is really good fried rice. And you get a big bag for whatever it was, $4 or $5.
Lots of, it wasn't just carrots and peas.
Yeah.
There's a wide variety. There's some onions in there, some edamame.
Yeah.
Or what, we're not sure if it's edamame or
lima beans.
A lima bean, or if those are the same thing. We're not sure.
But I hate both of those, so I gave you all my lima beans / edamames.
What else is in there? Corn was in there.
Yeah.
It did have peas.
Yes.
But anyway, it was a lot of veggies. It was very good.
It was very, very good.
I did not add anything to that.
Okay. it was outstanding. And you wanted to go white rice, but I'm glad we got the veggie fried rice because we can get white rice pretty much anywhere. Well, we can get fried rice pretty much anywhere. But next up, the orange chicken.
Classic Trader Joe's.
Yeah, and so for people who don't know, they batter it and fry it at whatever manufacturing plant, and then they freeze it, ship it to Trader Joe's, so you get it frozen, and then you throw these frozen fried pieces of chicken into the oven, bake them up, and then they give you the packet of sauce alongside with it.
Yes.
And then you just toss in a bowl. And it was fantastic.
It's so good. It's so consistently good. We like it better than any orange chicken you get at a restaurant or Panda Express.
Yeah, it's much better than Panda.
It's not very sweet.
Right.
But it's nice and orangey.
Yeah.
And the chicken is good quality.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Yeah.
That's like our favorite thing to get.
Yeah. The Panda Express recently, for the last year or two, I thought their orange chicken, and am I changing? Are they changing? But just their orange is so cloyingly sweet and overpowering, and it's a turnoff. And I don't know if they use different sauce or more sauce, or is it just from sitting in the sauce for an hour or two? But I don't even get their orange chicken anymore.
No.
And then sometimes you get odd pieces of chicken from the Panda. The Panda gives you odd chicken. 2 animals there. What's going on? And sometimes just sitting in the sauce for a long time, it messes with the texture. I would say the TJ's orange chicken, the sauce could be a little stronger, but I'd rather have it like underpowering than Panda's.
Yes.
Completely knock you in the face.
For sure.
Conor McGregor style orange chicken sauce. But yeah, we ate it all. Threw it on some fried rice, and then you made the basmati rice. It was fantastic. And then we had the kale gnocchi, which looked like marshmallows made out of seaweed.
Yeah, they look like green marshmallows.
Yeah, or kelp or whatever. Very odd looking. It was
unappealing to the eye.
Oh yeah, unappealing to take pictures of.
Yeah.
And it was hard to know if they were cooked, right?
Yeah, I cooked it like more than twice as long, like nearly 3 times as long as the bag said to cook them for.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't tell if these are done.
Right, because
I just started poking them, and I was like, okay, this is burning my finger. I guess it's done.
Right, because they come out of the bag dark green, and then you throw them in the frying pan, and after however many minutes, it's still dark green, and you're like, what's going on here? But I thought they were outstanding, fantastic.
This is really good.
What did you throw on there?
I tossed the gnocchi in a pesto sauce.
Yeah,
we happen to have a little cup.
Yeah, because we both bought wraps.
Oh, at Trader Joe's we got wraps because we wanted to eat immediately. We were hungry.
Yeah, we ate in the car, and then mine came with pesto, but it was a little cup of pesto, and I didn't want to get into the whole dipping in a cup. And in the car, and it gets messy and unwieldy, so I saved the pesto. Thank goodness we had the pesto.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah.
So I tossed the gnocchi in the pesto, and then I sprinkled pepper and parmesan on top.
Yeah.
And because I cooked it for so long,
the
outside on most of them were it was crispy.
Yeah.
And then they were
fried.
Soft on the inside. It was really good.
Yeah, it was so good.
That was your favorite thing we had, wasn't it?
Yeah. Big time win. Loved it. What was your favorite thing, honey?
I'm gonna agree with you.
Cool, fantastic. I'm glad we had the pesto. I wonder what it would taste like without the pesto.
Yeah, I would have just tossed it in butter like I did the ravioli, probably.
Just maybe different taste, a little less muted, a little more muted. Yeah, big time win. And excuse me, kudos to you, honey, because we were driving home. And I said, can you make all this stuff within a few minutes of each other? And you use your math skills and your talent and your cooking skill, because it's frozen, but you need to whip it up on the stove. You had 3 burners.
I had 3 burners going on top while the orange chicken was inside the oven.
Yeah.
So it was like all hands on deck.
Yeah. And it came together perfect timing. So
yeah,
much props to you.
Thank you.
Whatever Ice Cube would say in 1991 in Boys in the Hood, that was you brought it all home, brought it together, honey. It was a fan. So we were eating, and it wasn't a ton of food, but it was very high quality, and you were full, and I kept eating, and I finished it all. Full. Yeah, it was a big win, and so you posted the picture of this Din Din on Facebook,
yes.
And then my friend Anthony Baez commented, it's Asian meets Italian because the orange chicken along with the cacio.
I noticed that when we were eating. I was like, this is all kind of it doesn't all four go together, but it was all yummy and it worked.
It was a Asian fusion or something. It was something very hip, honey.
Oh yeah.
And oop.
Anyways, TJ's fantastic dinner. Okay, we just watched Dune. Dune.
By Denis Villeneuve?
Denis Villeneuve. I call him Dennis. Okay.
It's Denis Villeneuve.
I know.
Okay.
It's so pretentious. The way.
Sorry, he's not from America.
NPR. No, just the way people go out of their stand up out of their chair and want to pronounce his name to seem all sophisticated and cosmopolitan. Yes.
I'd like to apologize.
Denis.
I don't know where he's from, where he's born. Maybe he's American. Sorry, sure. Denis.
Dennis.
And oop.
One N.
And oop.
Denis Villeneuve was born in Canada. A beaut, eh?
He's a Canadian.
Sorry, Denny. Sorry. Anyways, Dune, and which we pronounce Dune because darling daughter Luna Marie liked prunes for a little while, like a few weeks last year, and we were talking about prunes with her once during this 2-week sojourn into the prune world, and she pronounced prune Perrine. I like prunes, and we were like, where are you getting the UHH from in prune? Anyways, we watched Dune, and Dune. So you're completely new to the Dune world, right?
I've heard of it.
Right.
It's been around, the story.
It's a book that came out in 1965.
Right, very popular, and I believe I remember my brothers playing like a computer game in the 90s.
Yeah.
Did you play that?
No, but I remember it. And I watched the first movie. It was in the 80s. It was terrible. With Grandpa Curtis, my stepdad. He's a big science fiction guy. But I don't remember. I remember 1% of it, but it was directed by David Lynch, who is not exactly Steven Spielberg when it comes to commercial appeal and blockbuster filmmaking. And Sting is in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the special effects, as you can imagine, terrible. It's like 8-bit sandworms. It's like Minecraft out there. Makeup was terrible. I don't remember. And outside of those few notes, I don't remember anything about it. But let's get to what's important, honey. What really matters. Dune stars Timothée Chalamet. Is Timothée Chalamet an attractive man, honey? Go ahead.
No.
He's not.
No.
I know.
Like, why couldn't they cast Zac Efron?
Timothée Chalamet. And in such a sci-fi epic, they're blockbuster scale, grand.
Why
would
would
they
like
cast
to
this
know.
not so handsome? I wouldn't even say he's a great actor. Yeah.
I don't like him in any movie I've ever seen him in.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at him. I would like to talk to somebody like Grandpa Curtis, who's familiar with the story and has read the book.
Yeah.
I wonder what they think of the casting, because I have no idea. Maybe it's supposed to be like a delicate little scrawny child boy
who's taking over a nation or a planet. He's or whatever.
He's gonna save the universe.
So just ideas, observations, notes, hot takes. There's a lot of story here.
Oh Lord, there's a lot of names.
There's a lot of story. There's a lot of names. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of planets. There's
There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of world building,
canon, and it's just and in the beginning of the movie they pack a lot into it very quickly to kind of catch you up, but it's too much. And they've said for decades that Dune is unfilmable. Okay, but there's a lot of it's thick. THICC. It's very serious. Like, especially in the beginning, each scene is supposed to have a lot of gravity, a lot of meaning, and everything is just very, very just. This is very significant. What's happening here? Timothée Chalamet walking on some sand. Oh, this is big time, and it kind of wears thin. But Jason Momoa does provide some levity. Oscar Isaac also a little bit of just lightness. But there's a lot of people.
A lot of whispered. That dialogue's very whispered.
Yes,
and heavy.
In British accents. Everyone's British on this planet. But yeah, just not a lot of, and also like the planet. It's sandy, and it's like this isn't very pleasant to look at. And their costumes very dark, lots of gray, very dreary.
It's a brown, gray, white color palette.
Yeah,
but I thought the costume design was really cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was cool.
And it was pretty. Like, the cinematography was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was, like, aesthetically a very nice movie to watch.
Yeah. The Canadian boy, Denis Villeneuve, he knows what he's doing. He also directed Arrival. Did you see that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Arrival.
I loved it. Blade Runner 2049. 2046.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was excellent. So the guy, he's a visionary. Definitely talented. Oscar Isaac with a beard, honey. Let's talk about what really matters here. I'm not a fan.
Oh no.
Most guys with beards, like Drake with his beard, I don't get him.
I'm of the mind that a beard improves a man's look, but then you gotta like keep it kind of manicured. Yeah. It can't be too long.
Right.
And Oscar Isaac's was very bushy.
Yeah.
It overtook his whole face.
Right. And I'm a big. I think Oscar Isaac is a beautiful man.
You have a big crush on Oscar Isaac.
He's very handsome.
I think he's okay.
He's gorgeous. But you throw a beard on him, and he wasn't doing it for me, girl. Okay. But he is naked in a scene.
I know you liked that scene, honey.
At least topless. Well,
no, he was naked.
We're right, but they're not. They didn't show his dink. No. They didn't show his no square. So this mineral called spice. It looks like paprika. It's expensive like saffron. It's like Avatar, unobtainium. It's something special. Okay. Spoiler alert: the Asian guy is a traitor. What's up with that? Huh? Like, there's one Asian guy and you make him the traitor. What's up with that, Denis? Back to the plot. It's dense. It's unwieldy.
There's magical systems that are tough to grasp.
Yeah, and well, like we watched the first hour and a half on Thursday night, and then we just finished it right now. It's Saturday.
We had 1 hour left, so we finished that off today.
Yeah, and on Thursday night, you were like, "What's going on?" And I kind of, because I didn't really know what was going on, but I knew what was going on, and I tried to explain it to you, and you're like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." But you can try to keep up with the story, but you don't need to pay attention to every single stupid detail. Just these guys are trying to take this planet, and there's a backstabbing or whatever. So this Dune takes place in the year 10,191. Yet, like, their bedrooms, they're like lying on futons on the floor. They don't have cellular telephones. There's no computers. Where's the technology?
Also, they're talking like Californians from the 1990s.
Yeah, the dialogue is
bothered
bad.
Me.
The dialogue is bad.
The dialogue was bad.
Yeah.
And Timothée Chalamet's voice didn't deliver it well.
Yeah. At one point, Oscar Isaac signs a treaty or whatever to take over this planet, and they do the thing where they put the ring in the ink, and then they kind of stamp the treaty, and Oscar Isaac's line was, "So it's done," and I was like, "So it's done." Like,
and then there's another part where Timothée Chalamet and his mom see a giant worm. And then they get away, and she says, "That was insane."
Right?
What?
That was crazy, man.
Are we going to be talking like this in 8,000 years?
Another thing that bothered me. Oscar Isaac's head of security, some chubby old guy, dude. Who's your what is this? Kevin James mall cop out here? Like he instills no sense of security at all. This old fat guy. We did the subtitles. We watch it at home. We threw on the subtitles.
We watch everything with subtitles, though.
Yeah. But there were parts where it was just hard to hear lines.
Lots of whispering. Yeah. Not talking loud or clear.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but like, half of your dialogue is made up words.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody watched this in the theater
exactly.
without captions on and understood anything that was going on.
Exactly. It was like Tenet, where the mix was just off, or like Denis and Chris Nolan would put whatever music or sound effects super high, super loud, and then the dialogue on like 2 out of 10. And you're just like, what is the point of this? Lots of talk of Chalamet being the one. Is he the one? Is he the one? Am I the one? Are you the one? And that just make me I kept thinking about Neo in the Matrix. And I was just like, dude, this isn't the Matrix. Like, first of all, you're not as handsome as Keanu Reeves, okay? And you're not built like Keanu. But I just, that bothered me. Like, I just kept thinking about Neo.
You can't be the one. Keanu's the one.
Right. He's the one. And it's a much better movie, okay? So we sat down and watched it. Like I said, we started Thursday night. And Lennox Albert, Darling's son, within the first 2 minutes, at 2 minutes in, he declared, "I'm bored." And then at 10 minutes in, he said, "Can I leave?" And we were like, "Well, we're not imprisoning you." I don't know. Yeah, of course you can leave.
Go.
Sometimes we do make the children, heaven forbid, hang out with us. But he came on his own accord, and then he has permission to leave because he was bored. And I was like, yeah, you can leave. But then he did come back. And
an hour later, and he's like, "What's going on?"
Right. Oh, yeah. Wow. Here's the Wikipedia, which I read after we finished the first 90 minutes, just so I could be all on the same page. And I had you read before we started the last hour today. It's slow, it's plotting, methodical. There's a lot of building.
A lot of just wispy visions of Zendaya standing in the desert with her hair blowing in her face.
Right.
And people talking, and you don't know, is this actually happening? Is this Timothée Chalamet's vision he's having, or is this a memory?
Yeah.
Just very unclear.
Well, he's having visions, and he said, they're dreams, and he's like, I had a dream, and as you know, honey, I hate when people talk about their dreams. Okay, it's the most boring thing on the planet.
But he's the chosen one.
There's nothing to say back to. Well, we know someone, honey, who said, "I had a dream last night that all my teeth fell out," and then, how do you? Oh, really? Wow, that's fascinating. Let's talk about something that didn't happen to you and happened in your dream. I don't like when people talk about dreams, as you know, honey. Yeah. It's completely idiotic. I did learn that there's a glossary in back of the book, which would be very, very helpful. And speaking of Zendaya, she was on screen for a total of 7 minutes, and she might have had 7 lines of dialogue. Yet she's out here with Chalamet on the YouTubes and the talk shows,
the red carpets,
promoting, but she's barely in it.
Well, she's pretty.
She is pretty.
So make her the face of your movie.
Chalamet is not pretty. The world is, well, like I said, just boring, and sand is boring. Desert is boring. And I get thirsty just watching all this sand, and I think of this sand in their throat.
Oh, yeah.
And are they parched? Well, okay, so we watched the first 90 minutes, and I was digging the first 90 minutes. At first, it's a lot to take in, but you roll with it, and it's like, okay, this is cool. There's something cool happening here. And then we turned it off because it was Thursday night, had to go to bed, got to go to work Friday morning. And then we watched the last hour today, and it was like a completely different movie.
The last hour was hard to get through.
Like, there were things happening, but nothing was really happening. And they were like in the ship, the Dragonfly ship. Chalamet is flying it, and they're in a storm. And then they continue being in a storm, and he continues flying it with his master power. I don't know. It was just a bunch of nonsense. It was just so dumb. The villain, which again in the first 90 minutes, I was like, okay, this guy, the fat floating dude, I kind of like what his deal is, but then he becomes laughable, and then he quote unquote dies, so he has to be in some tar. Like, they put him in tar so he can heal. And then he emerges from this, like, spa, and he goes, oh, kill the Freeman, or whatever. It's just stupid. It's two different movies. Okay. Hans Zimmer, he did the score. And I've seen lots of praise. Hans Zimmer is really good. And listen, the guy's a storied career, moving his hand and conducting or whatever he does. He plays the saxophone. Careless Whisper on the subway. But in this movie, it's his noises and his music was just so annoying.
It was very loud, and it was like almost constant throughout the whole movie. And
like they'd be Chalamet and Rebecca Ferguson were being chased by a worm, and you would just hear and you're like, okay, Hans, we know you're there, bro, but like take it down a notch or two.
Do the singing thing that kept happening.
No.
Yes.
Is it?
Do it.
I can't think of it right now. I just. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Like every 3 minutes, this singing loop would replay this loud wailing song.
Yeah. So I don't understand people's enamoration with Hans Zimmer on this particular movie. I just found him just too loud, too much, too noticeable. It didn't blend in. I don't know. Maybe he's losing it in his older age.
Yeah, it was loud.
Oh, here's the other one. Like Chalamet is just hanging out on the coast, and then all of a sudden Hans Zimmer hits a keyboard. Speaking of the worms, so these giant sandworms, okay, not scary at all. Okay, King Kong has personality. Godzilla, that gives me something to work with. But these giant sandworms are just, I mean, they're giant and they eat you up, and they're not scary at all. And you made a comment, honey. What do they look like?
Oh, they look like a butthole.
They look like chocolate starfish, okay? And another stupid thing, so if you're walking on the sand and you don't want to attract these worms, you gotta walk to the side and then walk to the right and then sashay to the left. Now crisscross, slide to the left, slide to the right. And so Chalamet is doing this whatever
like dance walk thingy.
What is this? Where you're in the country bar and you go dee 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 dee.
The slide?
Sure. What is
Square dancing. Do-si-do.
And oop.
Line dance? Is it
That's a line dance, yeah.
Okay.
That was really cute what you just did.
That's why I did it.
And oop.
But the characters, they just look stupid. They look ridiculous. Like doing this stupid dance. Like, are they trying to be Soldier Boy and Superman or something. It was just it couldn't be taken seriously. Just dumb, ridiculous. Some of the fight sequences were just poorly staged, poorly choreographed, poor rehearsal, poor fight. At one point, Timothy Chalamet and Rebecca Ferguson are surrounded by 15 Fremen. And then Timothy Chalamet runs up a couple rocks and then points a gun. And then what? Nothing. Like that was the sequence.
It's kind of confusing.
Action.
I don't know what was going on, but it's I cannot believe that Timothy Chalamet can take on the strongest of the warriors with his dainty little body and his flowing locks in his eyes the whole time.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. He's too busy getting manicures and pedicures and moisturizing and aquaforing. And the next thing you know, hey, he kills a guy. And it's like, oh, okay. That was a really dumb fight scene.
I hate in movies when people have their hair in their eyes
and
they're fighting. I hate it.
Yes.
It's so, come on.
Yeah.
That you can't do that in real life.
Yeah. So Chalamet is fighting the guy who could totally whip his ass in 2 seconds, dude.
I guess he has magic, though. Timothy does.
Right.
Or something.
But he doesn't have magic, and he's got flowing, curling locks.
He's literally covering his eyes.
Yeah. And yet he can manage to fight. Like, why didn't Rebecca Ferguson hand him a scrunchy man bun, bro? Ever hear of it? Alrighty. So Trader Joe's was a fantastic dinner. Dune was... It was 2 different movies, but overall, it was nonsense. Just
I was glad when it was over.
Well, honey, let me ask you this: they may film a sequel. Do you care at this point? Do you want to see a sequel?
No.
Me neither. I don't care. Curly hair in my eye. Curly hair, don't care. Alrighty. Well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Pretty Litter. We don't have a promo code for Pretty Litter. That's Frankie's Litter, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Okay. Goodbye. I love you. We love you. I saw it in the garage today. I was like, promo code. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have worn an Ice Cube t-shirt in the Tony Sacramento suburb of Fair Oaks, California, but I'm still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye. That's the official end of the program, but here's some bonus content for those who follow us on OnlyFans. We don't have an OnlyFans. If you love ASMR or mukbang, or if you're a furry, here's us eating a bunch of Trader Joe's products. Enjoy.
And oop.
Ooh. We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? And oop.
Beautiful. So beautiful. What have you eaten so far?
I just had a gnocchi.
How was it?
No way. I'm pretending I didn't have it.
Are we going to eat it together?
Yes. This is this
Kale.
is kale gnocchi. Because they were out of cauliflower gnocchi. You put pesto on it and you put cheese on it?
Lightly tossed in a pesto sauce. I sprinkled a bit of pepper and cheese.
I like it.
Parmigiano and Romano. It's good.
It's good. I like the fried crunchy texture too.
It's really good, actually.
This is a lot of food, but it's not a lot of food. Cacio de pepe.
It just tastes like a cheese ravioli.
I was afraid of that.
Which is good, but, you know. What was the other stuff? Like a spaghetti noodle? The one we wanted. I shouldn't have cooked this. But oh well.
Put that toot on that. Luna will eat
Oh
it.
yeah. She's never had toot toot with rice.
I thought she asked if she could
I
eat it.
offered her because I didn't have any cooked pasta, but she's
very
like horrified
skeptical.
by the idea.
Yeah.
She thought it was so weird. It's fine though.
I like the veggie fried rice.
I do too. I'll eat your edamame if you want. When you eat Trader Joe's food, do you just feel superior?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Because you had to brave the parking lot. And...
They sell an image. They sell a lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
You really gave it to me.
Well, you asked for it. And I'm not a big... They sell you the story. Mm-hmm. But the products are quality.
Oh, yeah.
Should I even talk about all this stuff?
I don't know what you have on there.
Our day. But I don't want to talk in truth.
Oh. You mean talk right now?
Yeah.
Nah.
This is like a good.
Very good.
Take your pictures to a West Sac basement. We need a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, forget freaking... What's that stupid coffee everyone wants?
What, Dutch Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who cares about coffee?
I know.
Bring me a Trader Joe's.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather have a Trader Joe's or Whole Foods?
Trader Joe's. Because it's more special. Whole Foods is...
It's
They've
Amazon.
got cool stuff, but it's also too much like just a normal grocery store. Plus we have the nugget right there. This sugar-free ginger ale I bought has aspartame.
The fake sugar.
That's not good, huh? Isn't that cancer causing?
I don't think that's official, but
It's unofficial, just like microwaving styrofoam is bad.
oh dear. I think all fake sugar, sucralose, and all that crap.
Really? What about like
It's just not good for you.
stevia? Isn't stevia a plant? Do you have any idea?
I didn't see. You know what? The name stevia aspartame.
And also on stevia products, it has like a little leaf. Like as the. I don't know if that's true or if that's they just throw it on there to make it look natural.
You want this, babe?
Go ahead, honey. I have the white rice too.
Yeah, but I'd rather you have that because it's really good.
I'm so happy.
May I have? Will you pass me the white rice? darling?
I'm going full.
Whoa.
Look at all this orange chicken I still have.
Yeah.
I don't want to get full. I want to keep eating.
Oh, sorry, liver. What do you?
Visually, this kale gnocchi is kind of off-putting.
Absolutely. Looks like marshmallows made out of seaweed.
Yeah.
Or not, never mind, kale. Kelp. Am I right?
What's the difference?
A couple letters. This orange chicken is really good.
So good.
I put it above Panda.
Oh yeah, me too. That's why it's like their top item, huh? And it's so cheap. Actually, did you notice what the price was today when you were buying it?
No.
Because I wonder if the price has gone up. Like everything's going up.
Yeah. But you know, I did notice because we were there at noon. No, 11.
11, yeah.
It's like 60% gone. Like it was
Oh yeah?
already low, the stock. Because when I first got there, I was like, oh, I don't know if I wonder if it's going to be here in 45 minutes.
So good.
Panda sauce is too sweet, too overpowering, or there's too much of it, or it's sits in it
Yes.
for too long.
And the chicken is, like, sometimes you get a piece of chicken and it's like, it's chewy or it's not, there's some weird texture going on in there.
There's a claw
Ew.
or a paw.
Ew. Do you want to just pod right now, or do you want to stop and come back later?
I'm not sure. I'm going. Thanks, man.
What's your favorite item here?
Gnocchi.
Really? Wow. I think it was very smart of us to add the pesto.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What would the pesto? What would the gnocchi be without it?
Thank goodness we had it left over from your wrap. Oh, I'm so full. So let's see, what did we have? We had Kale Gnocchi. How do you spell gnocchi?
G-N-O.
It populated.
Oh, there you go.
Cacao. How do you? Is it D-E? De Pepe?
C-A-C-I-O. C-A-C-I-O space lowercase e space P-E-P-E. I always thought it was de Pepe.
I thought it was day too.
A meal from the gods.
It's not Cacao de Pepe? That's like a... What's that thing like?
An onomatopoeia. Mandela law.
Yes,
Mandela
the
effect.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
That's what's
Cacio
happening.
e Pepe. What's the first thing I said? Onomatopoeia.
What is that? Nobody wants the free coffee and vegetable oil I put on Facebook. This is rejection. Although Ashley Tubb liked the post.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, friend. I'm going to put a picture of my food on Facebook. I think just my plate with everything. Should I tag you?
Yes. I mean, orange chicken is dynamite, but the cheese and the friedness.
Yeah. I'm glad I cooked it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Vince is my friend. Should I add commentary or just what we ate?
You got Trader Joe's in there?
Yeah, baby.
You should tag them.
Yeah, baby. But they're not my friend.
No, as a location.
Okay.
Even though we're technically not there.
Even though we had to go to a different county.
Remember when we were driving to Donner? And I saw the Trader Joe's in Rockland? I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's new. It just opened. Like a week ago. You're done, babe? I can eat the rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a couple more ravioli.
Okay.
That's a good picture, huh?
Mm-hmm.
D.
Fun. What are they? Is this edamame or lima beans? Or is it the same?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
They're very similar.
Like aspartame and stevia. And sucralose. You know what?
What?
Dude, they got onions in here. This is real.
It's really good. Okay, I need to stop because I'm like really full.
Why?
I'm so full. It's so good. Okay. Okay. I'll eat your little bean you dropped.
There's 8 more in there.
They're hard, huh?
What about this? In this,
Yeah, baby.
It's like a lemony thing going on here.
Is that the pesto?
Oh, yeah.
Should we watch Dune without Lennox? We can put it on when he's home, if he really wants to watch it.
Well, we started and 2 minutes in he goes, I'm bored. And then 10 minutes in he's like, can I leave?
He came back.
And then he goes, can I leave?
After he came back, he said that?
No, then he came back again, but
I'm going to put this all closer to you in case you want.
thanks, Kylie.
So this is done. There's just some edamames. I'll do the dishes.
Are you sure, babe?
Yeah. You finished the food.
Mm-hmm.